So, Preacher had the big four-shooter halfway out from behind the broad red sash at his waist when he rounded the cabin. He came face to face with a small rat-faced individual who exhibited considerable surprise. You be the mountain man named Preacher?" a fittingly squeaky rodent voice asked. Right off, Preacher took in the long, narrow head, oversized nose, and small, deep-set black eyes. Buck teeth and slicked-back ebony hair completed the likeness to a weasel. In fact, though Preacher didn't know it, the man before him went by the handle Weasel Carter. Preacher saw, too, that his unexpected visitor exhibited all the nervousness of a tomcat in a room full of rocking chairs. It all served to set Preacher's internal alarms to clanging. "I be," Preacher allowed as he cut his eyes for a careful glance around the tree line. That glance revealed to him some furtive movement among the aspen saplings and underbrush. His alarm system instantly primed Preacher for whatever might happen next. Weasel Carter forced a fleeting, sickly, lipless smile, removed his hat, and mopped his brow with a grimy kerchief. A fraction of a second later, Preacher's keen eyesight picked out a thin spurt of smoke from the priming pan of a flintlock rifle, an instant before he whipped out his four-shot and blasted a ball into the gut of his Judas goat. At the same time, Preacher lashed out with his free hand, closed on a big fistful of shirt, and yanked his betrayer in front of himself. He did it in time for misfortune to strike the man in the form of the bullet meant for Preacher. A second later, 3 men rushed out of the concealment of the trees and fired at Preacher. One ball moaned past, close to Preacher's left ear. The other 2 delivered more punishment to the runty piece of sorry trash Preacher held before himself like a shield. By then, Preacher had his 4-barrel back in action. The hammer dropped on a brass cap, and the big 54 caliber ball spat out in a cloud of smoke and flame. It struck the nearest would-be assassin in the breastbone and tore out a fist-sized chunk of spine on the way out of his body. Preacher worked the complicated action, lining up another barrel, and fired again. Double-shotted, it had considerably more recoil, yet the charge went true and gut-shot a scruffy, bearded man whom Preacher reckoned deserved to be called Dirt. With his final load, Preacher blew away the left side of the head of the last killer trash. The flattened ball left a glittering brown eye dangling on a sallow, hollow cheek. Bleeding horribly, the thug managed to draw a pistol from his waistband and bang off a round in Preacher's direction. Preacher dodged it as though it represented nothing more than a snowball. While he did, he switched for the other fully charged 4-barrel and let fly. "I didn't ask for this," he yelled at the miraculously upright man, whose skull had been shot away in a wide trough above his left ear. This time the ball entered the empty eye socket and blinked out the lights for the verminous gunman. That barrel always had shot a little high and right, Preacher recalled as he surveyed his littered dooryard. "But I ain't disinclined to join the dance to someone else's tune," he muttered, a moment before Dirt moaned pitifully. Preacher crossed to the fallen ambusher. "You ain't got long. Speak," he commanded roughly. "That's a fact. You done got me through the liver. Good riddance to trash like you, I say," Preacher growled as he knelt beside the dying man. You gonna just leave me out here? Ain't gonna give me no Christian burial? Were no Christian thing you done sending that weasel-faced punk in to set me up, neither. Jeez, you really are, Preacher." "I be. Who sent you for after me?" Dirt eyed Preacher a long moment. Then he swallowed hard. "Thirsty. Your gut shot right enough. Shouldn't be giving you nothing liquidy."